Thank you so much for joining me out in the forest today. I've got my Lightseers Tarot deck with me and I'm going to do a bit of a rapid read and see what messages need to come out for you. So if you feel called to, stick around because you're watching this video for a reason. I can't get over how stunning it is out in the forest today. I could honestly spend all day out here. Shuffle again, why not? Okay, what is it that we need to know today? What do we need to be aware of? What messages are coming through? Temperance being the first one. So balance might be needed. Whether you feel that or not, if you do, pay attention to what areas might need a little bit more energy. And if you're unaware of what might be out of harmony, check in with yourself. Give yourself some quiet time, ask the questions, and let the answers come back. So what else do we need to know about this balance, please? With the Hermit coming out next, maybe the balance is within ourselves. Maybe we need a little bit more alone time, a little bit more time for self-reflection. Now I do understand that throughout the busy days it can be hard to find time for you, but it's being asked that this is prioritized because that balance here needs sorting out. What is it that you need to sit with yourself about? Oh my god. So next up we got the Magician. 3 major arcana in a row. This is a turning point for you, a chance to do what it is that you want to do, and the Magician coming out to confirm that time that we were talking about, making space for it. It has to be prioritized, and you can make that work. Sometimes when our plates get a little bit too full, we have to reprioritize. Try to make time for us, for that self-reflection, for that balance, but trust that you can bring this into reality. You have to make time for you. What also came out was the 9 of Swords. So this balance that we're talking about, the need for self-reflection, it might be because we're focusing a little bit too much on the negatives. I get that we've had a rough run of it, but now is the time to focus on the positives. Because I think you've lost that power to create, the power to do things that you want to do, which might be causing more negatives than positives. But instead, focus on bringing that harmony back into balance. How positive that would make you feel if you can give yourself a little bit more time for you, to self-reflect, to bring in what it is that you want to bring in. Oh, well now I see why the balance is needed, why the self-reflection, the Magician, the 9 of... I see why it's all out now. And it's no wonder that you've been feeling this heavy energy at the moment. With Death and Rebirth coming out next, a cycle's coming to a close. But all of this is for that rebirth. Energy can't be made or destroyed. So when something naturally comes to an end, something new has to start. And it makes even more sense why the Magician has come out. Because this new start, this new reality that you're stepping into, it's aligned with you. It is your manifestations. But it also makes sense why we're being asked to focus more on the positives than the negatives. Because it's our job to focus on that rebirth. What is it that we want to bring in? What's the energy like in this new chapter? So what can we be expecting in this new journey, in this new rebirth? What is it that we're walking into? We're going to be letting something go. With the 5 of Cups, it tells us about how we've been potentially wasting our energy, sitting in that grief or that loss. But this new chapter, this rebirth here, after giving yourself time to reflect, to bring that balance back into harmony, we're going to be moving on from this. We're going to be leaving this in the old chapter. So what benefits are we going to see in this new chapter? What are we embracing more? Well, that one came out quick. With the 6 of Pentacles, we're embracing that flow, allowing the cycle to do what it does best. We give without any kind of expectations. We treat everybody with love and kindness to the best of our abilities, while still being authentic to ourselves. Giving out that kind of high vibration, we trust that it's going to come back to us. And the 6 of Pentacles is exactly that. It's talking about the give and take. So give generously. Don't hold anything back, because it's not going to serve you or anybody else any good. That flow will become stagnant and you won't know how to get it started again. So give willingly. If it feels right to you, give it. And don't expect anything back. By doing that, the universe may send more your way. I also feel this is going to be a happier time for ourselves. With the Four of Cups coming out, this is normally about focusing on the lack, looking at what we don't have. But instead, I'm drawn to that rainbow. We're actually going to start to notice the good that we have in our lives. We're going to start to see that flow come back through. Our manifestations starting to materialize. The positives a lot more over the negatives. That balance with the self-reflection coming in as well. This is going to be a time where we can focus on the good, and we can actually see the good that we do. We can see the good that we give, and we can see everything as it comes back in. So just embrace that death and rebirth. Allow this cycle to come to an end, but make sure that you figure out that balance. What is it that needs tweaking? I do believe we know the answers to these things. We just got to tune into them. And give yourself time for self-reflection. Give you some time for you. And leave all of this in the past. Let it go with this old chapter, because this is about your manifestations. So what do you want that new chapter to look like? Because at the end of the day, it's your journey. Thank you for joining me out in the forest today. I really hope this reading resonated with you, and hopefully you trust yourself enough to embrace this new start. It is meant for you, and you can do this. I hope you take my word for it. Give it a go. I really hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one.